the Enchanted code. In the heart of the digital circus, where the pixelated lights sparkled like stars, the performers prepared for another spectacular show. Zil, the eccentric ringmaster with his glowing neon attire, was bustling with excitement. His latest creation, a magical code that could make objects come to life, was about to be unveiled. The performers gathered in the center of the big top, each eager to see what this new enchantment could do. Pomni, the curious and brave acrobat, was the first to step up. "Let's see what this magical code can do!" she exclaimed. Zil handed Pomni a shimmering digital wand. With a swish and a flick, Pomni activated the code. Suddenly, the colorful circus props started to wiggle and dance on their own. The audience gasped in awe as the circus tent transformed into a swirling vortex of vibrant, animated shapes. However, something went awry. The enchanted code began to glitch, causing the props to spin uncontrollably. The once organized show turned chaotic, with objects flying in every direction. Pomni, quick on her feet, leaped into action. With the help of Kinger, the playful and agile performer, they tried to catch the runaway props. Jax, the tech-savvy and clever assistant, spotted the problem. "The code's got a bug in it!" he shouted. Working together, the team managed to track down the glitch and fix it. The code stabilized, and the circus returned to its magical, mesmerizing self. As the show continued, the audience cheered and applauded. The performers took a bow, proud of their teamwork and quick thinking. Zil beamed with pride, knowing that even in the face of glitches, the digital circus always found a way to shine. Kane's color chaos. One ordinary day in the circus, well, as ordinary as things can be, Kane decided to spice up their lives with a new game. With a snap of his fingers, he changed the rules of reality in the digital circus, turning the entire environment into a kaleidoscope of shifting colors and patterns. The sky turned to neon polka dots, the ground to vibrant plaid, and even the characters themselves glowed in ridiculous colors. Pomni looked down, horrified to find her normally monochrome outfit turned into a blinding rainbow. "Kane, what did you do to us?" she shouted, trying to shield her eyes from her own reflection. "This, my dear Pomni, is my latest game, Color Chaos." Kane floated through the air, his toothy grin wide as he admired his work. "You'll all need to find the single object that remains its original color. If you don't, you'll be stuck like this forever." Jax, the smug bunny, rolled his eyes, crossing his arms. "So we just gotta find a thing that's not flashing like a strobe light? Easy." But as the group began their search, it became clear this wasn't going to be a simple task. Everything was blinding, pulsing, and changing constantly. They split up, each heading in different directions of the circus to search for the object that could return things to normal. Pomni teamed up with Zubul, who looked at their patchwork self in complete disgust. "I look like someone spilled paint on a glitch," Zubul complained. "I think you look kinda cool," Gangle tried to say in her usual awkward optimism, but Zubul wasn't buying it. As they searched, Jax wandered lazily through the landscape. He stumbled across what looked like a small, unassuming rock, completely gray. With a shrug, he kicked it, only to watch in shock as it suddenly split open, revealing a massive technicolor worm that shot rainbow sparks in every direction. "Of course it's never easy," he muttered, dodging the sparks. Meanwhile, Pomni, Zubul, and Gangle found themselves trapped in a bizarre maze of mirrors. Each mirror warped their appearances, making Pomni's head 5 times larger, and Zubul stretch out like a slinky. "Kane, you maniac!" Pomni yelled into the void. Finally, after hours of bizarre encounters, Zubul had turned into a glittering disco ball at one point. The group reunited. Gangle, surprisingly, had found the solution. She had a small white handkerchief that hadn't changed at all. She timidly waved it. I think this is it," Kane reappeared in a flash. "Well done!" he exclaimed, returning the world to normal. "You've beaten the game, but don't worry, I have more tricks up my sleeve." Jax groaned. "Great! Can't wait!" The mysterious melody. One evening, as the digital circus was preparing for its nightly performance, a hauntingly beautiful melody began to play through the speakers. It was unlike anything anyone had heard before, ethereal and enchanting, yet oddly unsettling. Pomni was the first to notice the melody. "Where is that music coming from?" she asked, looking around. Kinger and Jax joined her, but the source of the melody remained a mystery. As the melody continued to play, strange things started happening. Props moved on their own, and the lights flickered in rhythm with the haunting tune. The atmosphere in the circus grew increasingly eerie, and the performers became unsettled. Zil, always calm under pressure, decided to investigate the source of the melody. With Pomni, Kinger, and Jax in tow, he followed the sound to an old hidden storage room beneath the circus tent. Inside the room, they discovered an ancient dusty music box sitting on a pedestal. The music box was intricately designed, with symbols and patterns that glowed softly. It was the source of the mysterious melody. Jax carefully examined the music box. "It's been enchanted with a complex set of algorithms," he explained. "It's creating a melody that interacts with the digital systems in the circus." As they studied the music box, they realized that it was designed to harmonize with the circus's systems, but its enchantment had become misaligned over time, causing the strange occurrences. To restore balance, the team needed to recalibrate the music box's enchantments. Pomni and Kinger worked on synchronizing the melody with the circus's systems, while Jax adjusted the digital algorithms. Zil, with his artistic touch, ensured that the melody maintained its enchanting quality. Once the recalibration was complete, the melody played harmoniously, and the circus returned to its usual vibrant self. The music box, now perfectly tuned, became a cherished artifact of the digital circus. The performers ended the night with a performance inspired by the mysterious melody, blending the haunting tune with their usual spectacular acts. The audience was entranced, and the digital circus added another magical chapter to its story, the forgotten Fantasia. During a routine cleanup of the digital circus's archives, Pomni discovered an old, dusty reel labeled The Forgotten Fantasia. Intrigued, she brought it to Zil, Kinger, and Jax. "What's this?" she asked. Zil's eyes sparkled with excitement. The Forgotten Fantasia was an old circus act we used to perform. It was a magical and fantastical show, but we lost it in a system update years ago. Eager to revive the old magic, the team decided to recreate the act. They set up the stage, dusted off old costumes, and rehearsed the routines. The Forgotten Fantasia was a show of illusions, enchantments, and whimsical characters, full of magical tricks and delightful surprises. As they rehearsed, strange things began to happen. Props started moving on their own, and illusions became unpredictable. It seemed that the Fantasia was resisting being brought back to life. The old code was unstable and interfering with their efforts. Jax took charge of troubleshooting the issues. He discovered that the reel contained corrupted data and outdated algorithms that were causing the glitches. With his technical expertise, he worked tirelessly to clean up and update the code. Meanwhile, Pomni and Kinger focused on the performance side. They adapted the old routines to fit the new system, ensuring that the magic of the Fantasia remained intact while avoiding the glitches. After several long days of hard work, the team was ready for the grand reopening of the Forgotten Fantasia. The audience was captivated by the enchanting display of illusions and whimsy, and the act was met with thunderous applause. Zil, with a contented smile, remarked, "It's amazing how something old can be revitalized with a bit of care and creativity." The Forgotten Fantasia became a cherished part of the digital circus once more, blending nostalgia with modern magic. The Jester's Riddle. One day the performers were drawn to a colorful tent, adorned with jester motifs and bells. Kane floated in front of them, his expression playful. Welcome to the Jester's Riddle. Inside you'll face challenges that test your wits and humor. Only the cleverest will succeed. Jax raised an eyebrow. His interest piqued. Riddles? Sounds like fun. Let's do it. As they stepped into the tent, they were greeted by a bright stage and a jester juggling colorful balls. He stopped mid-juggle, bowing low. Welcome, dear friends. I am Jest, the master of riddles and laughter. To leave this tent, you must solve my riddles. Fail, and you'll be trapped in a joke forever. Pomni exchanged nervous glances with the others. What does he mean by trapped? Probably just a prank, Jax said, crossing his arms. Let's see what he's got. Jest clapped his hands together, and the first riddle appeared in the air, shimmering with light. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? The group whispered among themselves, trying to figure it out. An echo! Pomni finally shouted. Correct! Jest exclaimed, throwing confetti in the air. 1 point for you, but be careful. Each wrong answer will turn you into a joke. With that, the second riddle appeared. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Ragatha thought for a moment, then smiled. Footsteps. Spot on. Jest laughed, his voice ringing like chimes. 2 points. Let's see if you can keep this up. However, as the riddles progressed, the difficulty increased. The third riddle stumped them. I am not alive, but I can grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. What am I? They threw out guesses, but none seemed to fit. The atmosphere grew tense. What is it? Gangle whispered, eyes wide. Just as despair began to settle in, Pomni remembered a lesson from her own past. Fire! It's fire! Brilliant! Jest cheered, spinning in delight. You're on a roll. 3 points. The next riddle, however, felt even trickier. What can travel around the world while staying in a corner? Pomni scratched her head, feeling the pressure. A stamp? She guessed hesitantly. Correct! You're doing great! Jest clapped, but the group was starting to feel the strain. As they neared the final riddle, the atmosphere grew thick with tension. Jest leaned forward, eyes sparkling. Last one. Solve this, and you're free. If you don't, well, it could get messy. Here it is. I can fly without wings. I can cry without eyes. Wherever I go, darkness flies. What am I? The group fell silent, the pressure palpable. They exchanged worried glances, fear creeping in. Jax finally blurted, Is it a cloud? Jest's grin faded slightly. Close, but not quite. A cloud doesn't cry without eyes. Any other guesses? They were running out of time. Ragatha's heart raced as she thought hard. Suddenly, a realization dawned on her. It's a storm. It can bring darkness, it moves through the sky, and it brings rain. The jester's eyes lit up. You got it! A storm! You've done it! With that, the tent erupted in laughter and colorful lights, and the group was enveloped in a whirlwind of confetti and cheers. Congratulations! You've solved my riddles and proved your wits. You are free to go. As they stepped out of the tent, still buzzing from the thrill of victory, Pomni turned to her friends. That was intense. I thought we might end up as a punchline. But we didn't, Jax replied, grinning. We pulled through, and it was kind of fun. Who knew riddles could be such a blast?